We were told the game was over before we'd even started. We were told our bodies weren't made for it. It wasn't our time to play. We played anyway. And together we played like there was no tomorrow. And they told us that was fine. You can play. You're good enough. And thought that was good enough for us. It wasn't. We are relentless. The game isn't over until we say it's over. Until we get everything we've given everything for. Until we level the playing field.
Lidl, proud supporters of ladies Gaelic football.
It wasn't. We are relentless. The game isn't over until we say it's over. Until we get everything we've given everything for. Until we level the playing field.
Lidl, proud supporters of ladies Gaelic football.
You still haven't gone full Lidl. Go on, make big savings like this lot.
Pea nuggets.
Excuse me?
Who'd like them pea nuggets?
Once again?
Pea nuggets. They're vegan.
Nuggets?
Yeah.
I like prawns, but I heard you cook them.
Oh, there's loads of ways.
Can I microwave them?
No.
Join in and go full Lidl this year.
Did you get milk?
Shop without compromise and pay less.
Welcome to the Boxing Athletic Grounds in the county of Armagh for this Lidl National Football League encounter between Armagh and Westmeath. I'm delighted to say Kiva Morgan's with us today again. From our last day we were talking, you were in your tracksuit, you were ready for action with Fermanagh. Fermanagh going well, but Armagh also going very, very well. This game today will basically ensure them of a place in the league final. They are all but there. Except mathematically, I suppose, but it would take a series of results elsewhere perhaps to change things. Things looking very good for Armagh.
Yeah, definitely Armagh, I suppose, are where they want to be at this stage. You know, some might say this is a formality, but for a team that's a difficult position to be in sometimes because, you know, when you're favourites and, you know, you're tipped to maybe win the division, it can be very hard sometimes. You know, these games, the likes of Westmeath, Armagh have had challenges with them down the line, and they can be a difficult opposition at times, and sometimes teams get dragged down to their level. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully they'll stick to their own game plan. And, you know, lovely conditions today. There's a bit of a breeze going from left to right, I suppose, from where we're sitting. But look, you know,
great crowd
yeah.
As well. Great crowd watching this one as well. We'll just check with the Armagh lineup first. Anna Karen goals. There's a couple of changes. Number 18, Katrina O'Hagan comes in for Shauna Gray at number 2. Clodagh McCambridge at 3 and Louise Kenny at 4. 5 is Grace Ferguson, 6 Lauren McConville and 7 Kate Toy, with 8 and 9 being Niamh Coleman and Eve Lavery. Blahan Mackins at number 10, Amy Mackins at 11 and Emily Druce is at 12, and 13s replaced by Catherine Marley coming in there at number 20 in place of Niamh Marley. Kelly Mallon at 14, the captain of Fornia, and at 15 it's Aoife McCoy. Westmeath come into this game, of course, in the back of a narrow defeat against Tyrone and Mullingar last time out. Tyrone currently getting beat 1-12 to 4 points at half-time by Tipperary in the early start in that one. And I'm sure Armagh fans will be interested in that one because it appears that Tipperary are the team they will be meeting in that league final. Lauren McCormick's in goals for Westmeath. Mary Dean, Lucy Kerr, Milik Fagan and Kelly Boyce Jordan, with Tracy Dillon and Chloe Kelly on the half-back line. Vicky Carr and Ashley Rowan is at 8 and 9. Anna Jones is at 10, Niamh Nolan at 11 and Rachel Dillon at 12, with Sarah Dillon at 13, Eva Conley at 14 and Ciara Blundell at 15. I've seen them twice this year and they've been very, very productive at times, some very, very good performances, but perhaps getting over the line has been an issue for them. And certainly the last day they had a great start against Tyrone, but fell away, and that caused them problems, Kiva. They couldn't get back into the game. Once they went behind, they couldn't get back into it.
I suppose when you look at this Westmeath side, there's been a lot of changes. They've lost a lot of stalwarts, I suppose, and things like being able to close a game out. Maybe you'd rely on those kind of people. So I suppose it's a building process, maybe for Westmeath, for games or girls to get games under their belt and learn from those kind of things.
They were very good against Cavan, of course, as well. But Cavan came out on top on that one with a late score in that one. But some good names, some good quality names still. The likes of Vicky Carr still there, Sarah Dillon, Ciara Blundell, some familiar names, as you said, but they come into this game obviously 6th in the table at the moment, and no, of course, they could get dragged into a relegation tussle still. There's Common or bottom of the table. Monaghan are just above them with 3 points. Tyrone are in 6 points, and Westmeath are obviously in 6 points too. So it is a tight enough zone down there at this stage in this campaign. So a defeat today could prove costly. Now, obviously, Armagh come into this game this afternoon unbeaten, but they left it very hard against Laois the last day we were here at the Box Athletic Grounds. They won 10 points to 5 against Laois, but they could have been caught because they just didn't perform well.
They didn't. They were very flat, and I suppose I know a lot of things went on in the Armagh camp that week. It was Alex Clark had her injury, and that was devastating for the whole team. And maybe that played a bit of a part emotionally, and they all rallied around as a team together. So look, I'm hoping for a performance. It's been a great build up to their training for this match, and they want to consolidate their performances at this stage. But then again, Westmeath, as you say, they're at the bottom end. Relegation could be in their sights, so they'll be a dangerous outfit as well.
And they'll meet Tipperary next week, of course, on that 3G pitch down in Fahad. And we were just watching a bit of the Tyrone game earlier on, and the pitch is very, very fast, very, very mobile. It's going to be a very difficult encounter down there. But we're going to have a run of in here at the Athletic Grounds, and rendition of a run of in here of what's been a massive weekend for Gaelic games and of course all sport in the country, and no doubt today will be no exception, with some very important Lidl National Football League games to be played up and down the country. As we said, the early throw in there was Tipperary easily winning that one against Tyrone in Division 2. The winners of this one, though, vastly and vitally important as well from an Armagh point of view. A victory today will assure obviously the league final and give the opportunity perhaps for Shane McCormick to run out a few other players next week. Yeah, look, that is a good opportunity for him. I mean, he has plenty of players on the bench there and they're training hard, and it'd be nice to give those players a go as well. They have to get over, of course, a Westmeath side that have caused a few problems this year to teams. Their first day out actually was against Tipperary, and weren't overly happy with the conditions down there. It's a wet and windy day down there today, but today up here in the ecclesiastical capital of Ireland, it is perfect conditions. There's a bit of a breeze blowing left to right as we look out from our comedy position here at the back of the box at Athletic Ground stand, but we're ready to get underway, and I see immediately that Anna Jones has went into the middle of the park alongside Vicky Carr for the throw-in. from a Westmeath point of view, could only be perhaps an early positional change just for the throw-in. So many teams are doing it now. The referee this afternoon, Gavin Finnegan from Undone, about to get the proceedings underway, just checking the watch over there on the far side. Game is on, and important for both sides here, but picked up immediately by Niamh Coleman. Long probing ball forward, trying to get Amy Mackin away, and Amy Mackin swings on that one and swings it wide. Now, the last day she had an off day for sure, and I'm sure she wouldn't want that again.
No, it'll be very important.
Tough day for her, wasn't it?
Yeah, look, it'll be very important for her to respond to that today. Look, I mean, first ball, you know, I'm sure she'll have a lot to contribute to Armagh today.
Kick out is picked up on this stand side across for Tracy Dillon, and away goes Niamh Nolan under a bit of pressure, but manages to get the pass squeaked out to Chloe Kelly, more veteran of the side for a few years now, and it is Westmeath on the offensive here early on, shooting towards the country end, and they're on the attack. Ball inside, an opportunity, but Anna Carr read the danger well as Eve Conley close in there, but the idea was right.
Yeah, good passing off the shoulder there, and then a quick ball into Sarah Dillon. She did well to win it off Kate Toe, but just the end product wasn't there.
And product wasn't there. Good ball in, but again,
you see, they have four sweepers back here, you know. So
four sweepers. Just going to say, it's quite remarkable to see that they're all very conscious of the Amy Mackin threat. But that said, there's plenty of other players we have watched over the past couple of months who've been absolutely superb for Armagh.
Yeah, they're playing a great game, hand pass into the 45 and then long kick pass in.
Moving the ball out this near side. The ball picked up by Sarah Dillon. Tries to jink away from the marker. She's been closed down there by Kate Toey. But she lays the ball back. Conley was the shot in there. Aoife Conley, and that one goes across. The referee has called the free.
Yeah, and I suppose, you know, at this stage, you got to understand what way the referee's going to play this game, and if he's not going to let you pull and haul at people, then Kate Toe's got to learn that pretty quickly, because, you know, from what I can see, Sarah Dillon's willing to take her on.
She is, and has been the case, I suppose, during this campaign. Sarah Dillon's been certainly one of the more effective players for Westmeath. About to take this free on the left-hand side, Westmeath now. Just a couple of minutes on the clock. Dropped in and, well, dropped wide as well. So a couple of wides in the early exchanges in this one. And certainly it's interesting to see the players, the way the marking has been done here. The kick out from Anna Carr has been collected there below us by Catherine Marley. Nice ball into the centre to Coleman. Coleman out the far side, plenty of options for her, plenty of movement, but again it's a poor pass and they end up there and it's easily intercepted.
Yeah, Westmeath are doing very well to sit in these pockets of space to try and cut out Amy Mackin and Kelly Mallon's space.
Certainly working for them so far. Referee
Kelly's there for the quick ball.
Gives the free. Well, to be fair there to Katrina O'Hagan, she thought about it, she got it back to Marley. Marley back to Amy Mackin. Mackin from the left, and Mackin makes no mistake on this occasion to open the scoring. And I'm sure you can hear great crowd at this one, and Armagh ladies have had plenty of support this year. They have no doubt a league title would be a massive boost. Finally, promotion perhaps to Division 1 is what the target has been initially for Shane McCormick, but no doubt the championship and an All-Ireland title is very much on the agenda as they watch other Ulster opposition.
Yes, that's
certainly not on song. That's going to be a free there.
Yeah, it's in discipline. Like, you know, I've said before, you got to judge which way the referee's going to play this game, and you can't be dragging your player. An excellent kick passing game. That was a fantastic kick out from the Westmeath goalkeeper. You know, 2 passes and it was up the pitch. And
already the referee, well, making his mark, taking a few notes as well, and that will be an opportunity here for Sarah Dillon to pop this one over the bar to level things. Armagh very much, as you said at the start, keep the favourites in this one, and I suppose looking at form this year, but form counts for little when it comes to football, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's obviously the performances on the day.
Dillon with that one, just coming up to 5 minutes in this encounter. Keenly contested on a crisp Sunday afternoon. Ball out. Kick out's not a great one from Anna Carr. It's well closed down by a well organised Westmeath, who won the ball back once again. Plenty of quick hands from there. Rachel Dillon gets it across to Niamh Nolan, and the ball comes back across end to her, or to the number 8, Vicky Carr. Laid off nicely. But well dug out there, I suppose, and you need a defender, but the referee has called it back. There's an injury there, but well dug out in the end up.
Yeah, it was. I suppose the conditions caused her to slip there, and Eve Lavery was there to take it out of danger. But I have to say, I'm quite impressed with Westmeath, and you know, they're slick passing. They're very well organised, as you say, Paddy.
Got off to a great start the last day against Tyrone down in Mullingar. They were well ahead. Gave away a bad goal, and all of a sudden the wheels come off the wagon, which would be a worry, I suppose. And they're keen to get back to winning ways this afternoon as well. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I suppose that's a mindset, you know, and you'd have to make sure that's not playing in the back of their mind. You know, we can't close games out, and it's a hard thing to try and change.
And that does come with the fact that you don't have experienced players there, maybe.
Yeah.
And that's an issue, but it will be McConville with this one. The centre half back taking the return pass again, driving forward, the familiar white headband on, driving on, going over the 45, continuing the run. This is very promising. Continuing, gets the shot in, goes in, and the goalkeeper there, Lauren McCormick, read the danger. But the opportunity was there, but what a good run.
It was a great run. She has great pace, you know what I mean? Her and Aoife McCoy play so well together. That 1-2, they'd have been used to that from playing the half-forward line together.
She just hit the afterburners there and left everybody for dead. They've won the ball back in the middle of the park once again with Marley. Lays it off. There's a couple of runners.
Yeah, Niamh Coleman made a good run there.
She made a great run down through the centre there. Will be a free, says the referee, though.
Yeah, good battling by Catherine Marley there. She won a ball where she knew right to win.
It's a bit more like Armagh. When they move the ball at pace, there's a bit more about them, isn't there?
Yeah, there is, yeah. I suppose, you know, it takes time maybe a wee while to settle into the game.
They have the opportunity here to go 2 up or 2-1 up.
Yeah, and they have a good breeze with them here, so.
Yeah, the breeze is certainly making a bit of an impact in this game. They're stepping up now with this one. Just inside the 45-metre line. Knocked in and, dropped short. McCormick's there, but it's almost flashed across the face of the goal. Read well by Aoife McCoy. She tried to do something with it there. She just didn't stand watching it, but couldn't do anything constructive. And Westmeath carry the ball, over carry the ball, and it will be a free in from the edge of the D. And well, that was an opportunity that could have went anywhere.
It was. I suppose first of all it should have went over the bar, but then with it dropping short, you know, Aoife was unlucky, didn't really know what to do there. I suppose she couldn't get her fist at.
She just really couldn't get anything to it, yeah. But Amy Mackin drives through this one, hits the upright. The ball's out that far side. Still in play though. Armagh have players over. Picked up by Marley, trying to drive through the centre. Getting away from the marker. And well over carries the ball. Well, Blahan Mackin rather, and over carries the ball.
Unlike Amy again to hit the post, I suppose, you know.
Yeah, but early days. Early days on this one, and certainly not like her. Ball goes out over that far side, and it will be a line ball.
Yeah, Westmeath are lucky there because, I mean, you know, it was I don't know, it wasn't a poor kick or a poor try to get the ball. Aoife McCoy to come in there and steal that.
They're struggling to try and get the ball out there at times. They're just being caught back there.
Yeah, a lot of pressure.
Dean doing well though on this occasion, gets it to Vicky Carr, and Vicky Carr under a bit of pressure. So it was a foul in the ball. It'll be a free. The referee calling the play back again. Referee's pernickety, shall we say. He's been very up with what's going on. There's no doubt about that.
But it's same for both sides, you know. I don't mind that, maybe.
Well, it's taken. And Armagh have to defend this one. But the pass is wayward, and the pressure immediately put there on Vicky Carr by Marley. And well, they managed to get the ball out. They dig it out once again. It's Chloe Kelly on the run down this near side. Kelly taking on Coleman. The pass inside there to Rachel Dillon, trying to get away from the marker. There's 3 around her. She still has possession of the ball and then dispossessed. But it's not well dispossessed, and the ball still in play from a Westmeath point of view, and they still have an opportunity here to create an early score. Inside there is Ciara Blundell screaming for it. It will come across the side. The opportunities are still there. But they're being pushed back all the time by a very solid Armagh defence. Back it goes to Nolan. Nolan out this near side. Good run from Carr. She'll steady herself and go for the shot and drop it in and drops it to the crossbar. Not really a goal chance. The keeper had it watched the whole way, but an opportunity still for a score. It has gone away. Down this near side, O'Hagan picks it up. Looks to see his options. McCoy's made a good run. Carries the ball perhaps into trouble. And that's a mistake it shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, she second-guessed herself there.
Bit of trouble there for an Armagh point of view, not finishing that one because the opportunity was there. And Westmeath have their tails up. They're going forward here once again with the number 5, Kelly Boyce Jordan, laying it back.
Yeah, the problem here is, though, when Westmeath slow it down, Armagh get this wall back.
Yeah.
You know, and Laura McConville's playing a sweeper, so if they don't kick the ball in quickly, then Armagh get a chance to come back.
But they seem to always slow it down, don't they?
Yeah.
They seem to always slow it down, causing themselves problems. Ball out that far side. It's still, well, the referee has called it back. It was an opportunity there to get the ball away, but referee has given the free to Armagh. And it comes back out then to Coleman, who had a bit of work to do, but done well. Again, a bit of pace added to the attack here. Lavery, long ball inside to Kelly Mallon. Looking up to see his options on, and as always, Amy Mackin's over his shoulder, just saying, I'm here if you need me. Ball taken into the corner by...
It's poor by Emily Druce there.
Yeah,
she had too much time on the ball.
She seemed to just overthink things there, didn't she? She carried it on into trouble and gives it away. And to be fair, at this stage, you'd have to say Armagh are causing themselves problems as that Pearl lays it back. But Westmeath are not making hay. Despite that, Chloe Kelly runs into trouble, gets a free against Marley. The free already taken. And Westmeath, but they slow things down, and it's picked up by Black and Mackin. Mackin has got McCoy for company, gives it out to McCoy. The right hand side shot comes in, and the ball goes over the bar. And that's the sort of thing they need to be doing.
Yeah, and Armagh are going to capitalise on all these Westmeath mistakes, and the more they make, the more dangerous it's going to be for Westmeath. You know, I mean, they don't have runners coming off the shoulder, so they don't have the support play, and that's what's slowing the whole thing down.
Very low scoring. That said, both sides have had chances. Both sides have been guilty of giving the ball away too easily. But you have to take the advantage that comes your way, and Armagh have taken at least one of those.
Yeah, it's concerning here the amount of pressure that the Armagh forwards are putting on this Westmeath defence to get the ball out.
And they are struggling to get the ball out on several occasions now. They do manage to clear their lines in this occasion with Anna Jones on that far side. She's got company inside with Rachel Dillon looking for it. But again, it's easily turned over, and again, Armagh building here from the back. They're over the halfway line already. Mackin looks up to see is there any options on Cabal. The long probing ball out this right hand side gets Amy Mackin away. She'll jink inside as she always does. She's an opportunity. She makes no mistake with that one, and a second point of the afternoon for her, but a third from Armagh, and all of a sudden the game just changes.
Yeah, it came from a great tackle by Lauren McConville there. She read it, got her hand in on the ball, and then it was an attack straight away.
McConville has been so sure-footed this year in this campaign. Certainly writing herself into the team of the year in terms of the National League. At this stage, one game to go, of course, in the National League before the final stages. Again, the ball has been Westmeath struggling to get the ball out, and all of a sudden Armagh turn it into attack again with Coleman trying to go straight through the middle. Is patient in the build-up, passes wayward, but a bit of work for Mackin to do. She takes the return herself, rather. Back inside.
Good ball.
Coleman closing in. Shot right-footed effort, though. The joys
Well
of
done.
having two good feet, eh?
Very good from the number 2, Mary Dane there.
Yeah, they've done well there to get the ball in, but and to be fair there to Coleman, she could have done a wee bit better in that one, but the defender was equal to the challenge. 2 players down. At this stage, we have just the 4 points on the board, 3 points to 1 in favour of Armagh. And neither side really have started brightly. I suppose it has to be said it's not a great game. They're both trying, but very little coming off them.
Yeah, I suppose you could say there's not very much excitement to it, really.
At this stage now in the Lidl National Football League, of course, as we are.
So I say Emily Druce has been given a lot of instruction here by Denise Seems to be deployed as a bit of a sweeper here behind Lauren McConville.
Play continues on the far side, picked up by Jones. He worked very hard in all the games she's played in this year, but delivery isn't good from a Westmeath point of view. And both sides guilty of errors, there's no doubt about that. And
that was well read by Grace Ferguson, but then kicked away by Grace Ferguson. You know,
perhaps
it's just silly mistakes.
Perhaps the intensity of this game, perhaps the importance of this game. I don't think there should be many nerves from a Armagh point of view, but still, you come into a game like this here knowing that you just one step away from a league final, and the potential of promotion, which has been the target, no doubt, for Ronan Murphy prior to Shane McCormick. They're on the attack again, Westmeath, though, but they run into trouble. They're running into that orange and black wall down there, and they have to come back in themselves the whole way. It comes then to the number 7, Kelly. Chloe Kelly takes a touch, lays it back into the centre again, and immediately trying to turn defence into attack, but they're just not quick enough. They just run into solid orange wall. And
there's no penetration of that wall, so someone's got to break off the shoulder and go through or draw the foul, you know, and there's just no intensity to the game, really.
And then you see the Westmeath full forward line almost coming out to the 45 to try and get possession of the ball, and that's...
Well, that's not what you want, because then they're so far away from goal, and you have to be disciplined.
And the referee has given the free in on that far side. It's still the sideline ball, as I think it is. And, well,
it's free.
It is a free, yeah. Called it back. Whatever happened. And an opportunity. And it's been left for an opportunity to come from a Westmeath point of view. Try to maybe build something. They have taken it short as expected. Back it comes through the centre to Jones. Out that right-hand side again. This is better. But again, it goes wide. But that was a better passage of play. They've moved the ball a wee bit more intensity as we've hit the 17th minute mark here at the Boxit Athletic Grounds in the Lidl National Football League Division 2 campaign. Armagh unbeaten, manages to push the ball away, does well down below us there. Amy Mackin takes possession again. Always a threat when she gets the ball. Ball inside to this right-hand side to Kelly Mallon. Mallon to Marley over the top. Players inside perhaps. Mallon will be the return. She'll go for the shot and she delivers. Fine score.
Yeah, lovely passage of play there. Great kick out from Anna Carr down towards Amy Mackin. 1-2 with Kelly Mallon and Catherine Marley, and it can be so simple.
Yeah, that's it. As you try and coach players, I'd say it's an easy game if it's done right, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Ball through the middle. Collected this time though by Dillon, or by Blundell. Yeah. Gets the pass away. Taking a wee bit of pace to this Westmeath attack. Plenty of young supporters ready for the half-time games, watching this one, certainly enjoying it. Dillon inside, an opportunity, a goal chance perhaps. The return pass was on.
Yeah, ref was right there.
Yeah, referee was in it, went to Rachel Dillon, and the free has been given.
But you're right, Paddy, a wee bit more intensity from Westmeath.
And Sinead Reel down below us there, giving out, complaining there's only supposed to be 2 on the sideline. Just wanting to make sure that there's not so many.
Sinead will keep everybody right.
Absolutely, great woman for Armagh football. An opportunity here for Dillon on this side. Now it's popped in, and it's popped over the bar. Keeps them in touch.
It does, yeah. So pockets of space being created here by Armagh, quite intelligently to the right and left for this kick out.
So they're done with that one, and they've waited a long time for that one. Ball out this near side, easily collected though, and Armagh wanting to build again with Coleman. Coleman drives it down this right-hand side. Mallon the target once again. Marley in there giving support, takes the pass. Marley jinks away from the marker, gets it out this near side to Mackin, but Mackin's effort was always going wide.
No luck, and you know what? It was a very signature move. It was near the carbon copy of the last score that Armagh got. You know, it was to Mallon, to Marley. Marley tried to get it back to Mallon again, but Amy was the other option. But yeah, they're trying things.
It was always spinning away though, and it was just an awkward one from her point of view. It remains 4 points to 2. Low scoring the last day, low scoring today as well, but it is Armagh on the offensive again. McConville.
Dangerous one for the keeper.
And the keeper drops it into the net. Well read, Kiva. He's called it. You call it the high ball in, delivered. And to be fair to Lauren McCormick, she watched it the whole way in, but it has been turned to the net.
Yeah, and I mean, like, this could knock the stuffing out of Westmeath.
Absolutely, but as you said earlier on, McConville always a threat. That was a soft enough one, dropped in and over the keeper's head. It happens so often in ladies football. It's cruel on the keeper, but, well, Armagh will say nothing about that. They'll be happy with that. And you're on the offensive again. The shot comes in and it's rattled over the crossbar, courtesy of O'Hagan. And all of a sudden the game was changed. Complete complexion, this one. Good score. And
now you can see Lauren McConville has pushed up the ball, pushed up on the kick out. So, you know, it's...
Yeah, and I suppose they're taking advantage. Oh, and the kick out has been won back by Amy Magan. She just needs to jink this one over the bar as well. And she delivers.
Yeah, so that's a goal and two without response. And
yeah,
this is where the tide could completely change.
And the one picks up as well. But, well, it's a fine score from Amy Magan. The kick out was poor. 21 minutes, and no doubt the keeper's confidence has been rattled with that one as well. Another kick out that almost causes problems, but well, Westmeath are struggling to get out, but they do manage to get out this time with Lucy Poor enough pass there to Kelly, but Kelly done well. She read it and was able to hold off the challenge. Tries to get away from the marker down this side, but it's well robbed back there by Lavery. Referee says illegally though. But Lavery kept pressure on her the whole way along there.
Yeah, she did.
The ball down the near side once again. With Dillon trying to jink inside, getting away from the marker, takes a touch, lays it across the centre. Kiar, or not Kiar rather, is it? It's dropped over the bar, is it?
Yeah,
no.
Number 9, Ashley
Wide
Moran.
again. And,
but better play
yeah,
from Westmeath, because that took out the wall from Armagh.
A wee bit more sharpness about them. But still, the Armagh supporters happy with what they've seen so far. 1-6. The scoreboard reads to 2 points. And already this game could be out of sight for Westmeath. There's a long road back in this one. Although they have possession of the ball now on the far side with Nolan. Back to defender Fagan. Kelly's made a good run.
Kind of reminds me of the men's match last night, backways, sideways, you know. And
yeah, 2 points for Armagh in the second half last night.
Yeah.
Tough to watch.
Yeah, and then, I mean, you see, you encourage mistakes, and then Armagh get the turnover.
Turnover is taken. Kelly Mallon is going to win that ball out that far side. She can keep it in play, though. She goes to ground under the challenge. She has support. Tried to lay it off, but well, she rarely makes mistakes, but she did on that occasion. It will be a line ball, though, from a point of view of Armagh. Happy to have the ball out there. No wild panic with them, no rush with them. Takes it short. Inside to McConville, the goal scorer. Throws it back again, long ball in, chance. Amy Magan comes out and wants it bravely. 3-rounder, she still won the ball, gets it back to McConville. Popped over the bar.
Yeah, so
Route 1, simple.
When you see Lauren McConville up here getting scores, you know Armagh's on top.
She's been so, I just said earlier on, she was so good all year, and she's certainly continuing that this afternoon. Kick out. Pressure on the 15. Blundell deep inside her own half, wearing 15, but having to track back to get the ball. They've made a few positional switches, but it's not working for them because they find life very, very difficult to get out. Amy Macken goes in there and tries to close down the loose ball, but again, to be fair to Westmeath, it's out this near side.
But when they look up, there's no options, you know.
Yeah, they're just running into a solid wall there, and they're going at the pace they're going. They're allowing Armagh to get back, and McConville's in there, one in possession once again, scoring at one end and taking the ball away at the other. And Armagh wanting to move this one up the park with a bit of pace. Mallon the target once again. It's going to run out wide though, all over the line on that side. As one of the groundsmen here at the Boxed Athletic Grounds does a bit of clearing up from last night. Galway, of course, coming out on top. I don't think it'll be the maroon side today coming out on top, though. And the referee has given the free, called it, let the advantage go, and then calls it back, and it will be a free to Westmeath. Armagh will be happy enough with why things have ticked over.
Yeah, they will. I mean, they're settling into the game pretty well now, and they just want to kind of perfect their game plan and what they're working on at this stage, and you know, don't let mistakes creep in either. You know, that sideline, the ball over the line, you don't want those things to be happening, because you know, the more you play the matches, the more you want to foster good habits. Absolutely,
and good habits is what Armagh have been in this year. 5 from 5 for them in this Lidl National Football League Division 2 campaign. Never really under much in the way of threat at all. Ball out the side to Dillon. Back into the centre. Shot comes in. And the referee has called it back. He's given the point. Yeah.
Yeah, good decision there.
Sarah Dillon it was.
So Sarah Dillon did well there. She kind of snuck in behind Eve Lavery, and he was caught ball watching, so they've got to be mindful of that as well. It's all right doing all the attacking, but you've got to stay switched on defensively too.
Yes, absolutely. 26 minutes gone. And a couple of players down needing treatment. And
yeah, it's well, Lucy Power, is it?
Yeah, Lucy Power appears to be. And Physio's out to talk there now. And now the half-time games. Youngsters get ready for action to do their thing here at the Boxed Athletic Grounds. The referee wants to play to continue, does he? No, he's stopping things. Looks to be in a lot of pain. Needs to be a shoulder injury by the looks of things. The referee now is over having a look. Maybe it's a facial injury, is it? Well, she's back up under her feet again. And, well, Frizio still have an award, but referee wants the play to continue.
An awful lot of excited kids down here getting a chance to play on the athletic grounds.
They're
it's lovely.
Certainly looking forward to it. There's no doubt about that there. They mightn't be too interested in what's going on out in the park. They were cheering all the time there, but I think they're more keen to get on and do a wee bit of football themselves. But
getting in the zone.
It's a great asset to have. To allow youngsters to have a wee game.
It's brilliant, and it encourages their parents to come in, and then encourages them to watch their idols. And
that's it. And they are. I suppose we don't maybe promote the idols as we should do in ladies football, because they're certainly level, equal, and indeed on some occasions even more entitled to it than some of the men. The ball goes out that far side.
Yeah, Emily Drews did well to win that, because it was a good kick pass in.
Yeah, it was a good pass, but Armagh's defence equal to nearly everything that's came their way so far. They've just conceded the 3 points. A couple of chances, but McConville picks it up. Centre half back driving at the Westmeath defence. Mackin from distance drops the ball in. An opportunity, the return pass. Goal chance, shot, goal. Fine finish. And all came about from McConville and Mackin working really well, but what an excellent finish.
Yeah, fantastic passage of play there. That's all working for each other. You know, Laura McConville continued to run, took her defender out of the way, opened up spaces for other people.
Good finish in the end up.
Yeah, really good by Phil McCoy.
Game over, I would have to say at this stage, and I know it's early, but McCoy made the run inside. And to be fair, you know, all the players involved there played their part in that one. It would have been easy just to carry it on another bit, but no, they read it. And that must be pleasing for Shane McCormick and the Armagh management. An opportunity at the opposite end, though, for one of their own, and a car equal to the challenge. Keeps it in play and moves it out quickly to 7 to 3 points as we approach the half-time whistle here at the Boxed Athletic Grounds. Ball through the centre once again. That's what's up, Marley picking it up. Jinking away from the marker.
Yeah, but I like the way the refs played the advantage there. I think that's better for Armagh.
Mackin to Mallon. Too much for Mallon, no. It's going to go out for a 45, is it? No, kept in play. She done well to keep it there. Mackin and Mallon combining well. Mackin done well there with that releasing the ball. Quickly releasing the ball. And Westmeath contemplating changes here. They're warming up a couple of players. The ball goes across into the centre once again and
Well done.
intercepted by McCoy, the goal scorer there from a few moments ago. Back out that far side again. Marley's made a good run in through the middle. Long range effort from O'Hagan. Dropped over the bar.
Good score. Great work by Aoife McCoy. She never stops. You know, she's a nightmare for anyone. She'd no right to win that, and she just worked tirelessly to win the ball back.
Clinical Armagh, you'd say.
Well, you see, when they have their tails up now, I mean,
Yeah.
they will press on.
Yeah, and I suppose scores are important when you're up, you know, you're coming into unbeaten and league campaign the way it's going, and you don't know what's happening down the country. At half time it was Tipperary won comfortably. They looked almost certain to claim the points on that one.
Bit concerning Niamh Coleman down there.
Yeah, the way she went down there too. Seems to be her knee, maybe, by the looks of things, but play continues.
But I mean, Armagh have an advantage of a good bench there. I see Niamh Marley warming up there, and there's a few others that could bring on. So
Well, you could, at this stage,
Yeah.
you could really run your bench, of course, unlimited subs as it is in the Lidl National Football League. And an opportunity perhaps for some of those players in the squad who have trained so hard.
see, Armagh have chances now to make mistakes, you know, and still recover the ball, and they're going to dictate the whole pace of the game here now.
Well, Coleman's back up on their feet, gingerly moving forward again, but looking okay to a point, I suppose you'd have to say. The ball's out that far side with Drews. McCormick just checking there about his midfielder. This one McConville.
So Armagh just controlling the play laterally here, and I mean, they don't need to panic.
It's so comfortable for them. It's a bit of warning for other counties to watch this Armagh side going forward in the All-Ireland Championship. Not that far away, of course, the launch coming up on the 27th of March this year. Joint launch between Ulster GA and the Ulster LGFA. That'll be an occasion and a half in Armagh, actually, at the Palace de Maze. And Armagh will be one of the sides keen to progress in this year's championship, without doubt. Westmeath will be looking over their shoulder as the referee blows a half-time whistle.
Yeah, I think Westmeath feel a bit aggrieved
clinical
there.
and effective.
Yeah, definitely, they're the two words you would use, yeah.
Good performance from them here at the Boxed Athletic Grounds. The youngsters about to go on and play for the half-time games. At half-time, it is Armagh 2-8, Westmeath 3 points. We'll take a break and be back with exclusive coverage here of the Lidl National Football League Division 2 clash here on your TV this afternoon.
We were told the game was over before we'd even started. We were told our bodies weren't made for it. It wasn't our time to play. We played anyway. And together we played like there was no tomorrow. And they told us that was fine. You can play. You're good enough. And thought that was good enough for us. It wasn't. We are relentless. The game isn't over until we say it's over. Until we get everything we've given everything for. Until we level the playing field.
Lidl, proud supporters of ladies Gaelic football.
Welcome back to the box at Athletic Grounds here in Armagh City, and it is very much Armagh in control of this one. 2-8 to 3 points they lead. Elsewhere, comfortable victory for Tipperary this afternoon. The early throw-in, they secured a 2-15 to 1-6 victory over Tyrone, and that means Tipperary, of course, set now for the league final, like they are, like Armagh. Armagh not too happy, Kiva, about playing on the 3G next week, which may be an interesting development to keep an eye on this week.
Yeah, I suppose I have my own personal views on that. You know, I don't think for protecting your players for injury-wise, you know, it's not, you know, it should be a last resort due to maybe weather and conditions and trying to get the game played. It has to be played, but, you know, Tipperary have had umpteen games now on that surface, you know, and I would be encouraging Armagh probably to at least maybe do a couple of training sessions, because definitely the ball will travel much faster, and you know it will be an advantage to Tipperary.
Talk is talking among some of the officials this afternoon that they may not play, they don't want to play on the 3G, so we wait and see how that develops. As it stands though, Armagh take on Tipperary next weekend, and no doubt Shane McCormick will want to maybe run out a few players in that encounter. Now both look set for the league final, and the league final set for the 16th of April, as you were saying. Give your own side, of course, your current side that you're, along with James Daly managing, of course, Fermanagh, take on Leitrim next Sunday and in the semi-final. So a few changes being made. We haven't got details of them yet, but we'll get them as we go along. But both sides making a few changes. Referee Gavin Finnegan about to get the second half underway.
I can see Shauna Gray's in for Armagh at cornerback there. So.
Yeah, she wasn't the start, or she was the start, of course, and a late replacement for her, but she's in now. An opportunity, as we said, for Shane McCormick to make a few changes for this Armagh side. And Westmeath know that a victory this afternoon would be a massive boost for them to pull away from that drop zone. And, of course, Monaghan and Tyrone hovering around them there too, of course. Tyrone wrap up their league campaign next week against Cavan. Cavan still knocking on the door. If anything would happen to the two sides above them, of course, but unlikely anything will happen now at this stage. Westmeath on the far side, an opportunity here for Dillon. Blocked down, but again, recycling the ball well. Long range effort comes in there from Niamh Nolan, and that one goes wide, of course. Nolan, a very popular name around Mullingar, Castle Pollard area of Westmeath, and the ball's intercepted. It's not a good kick out, an opportunity for Jones. Shot comes in and it's turned wide, and that should have been a goal.
Definitely should have been a goal, yeah. You've got to take those opportunities. She could have chipped on her, really, I suppose.
But if, you know, Shane not down below is not happy with that, that's not what you want to see from your side. Despite the fact you're winning comfortably, it's not what you want to see.
No, definitely not. I've said before, you've got to continue to do the things well, no matter what, no matter how far ahead you are, because there'll be times where you're not as far ahead, and you've got to practice the right things.
Shane barking out instructions there, not happy at all there, despite the side are in control. And good ball inside from Mackin. Mackin, the return pass, and it's off the crossbar. Flashed across the face of the goal from McCoy, and it should have been another goal at the other end. But it remains 2-8 to 3 points. 2 goal chances in the space of 2 minutes. The space of a minute. Should have been turned in, but there you go. You have to take the chance that come your way. And obviously Westmeath want to get off to a good start in the second half. They're on the offensive here once again, down through the centre. The ball over the top. Hasn't been held on, though. And it will be a free, says the referee. The referee giving the free out, foot in. And McConville takes it quickly. Armagh want to move the ball up the park with a bit of pace. It's been their game plan throughout this league campaign, and it has worked for them. McConville, goal scorer in the first half, over the halfway line, despite we're number 6, and then just as there as backup if the ball is required to come her way, and it does. And McCoy's there out on this near side, and they always just seem to have an extra player as well. O'Hagan roving forward too, but McConville's away, hits the afterburners, continues over the 45-metre line, jinks back on herself, and then
Aoife McCoy's ready to go like a bullet here.
It's unreal, the amount of them that's waiting for that pass to come across, a bit like rugby yesterday, the way they're moving, looking for the ball, looking for the pass. McCoy and O'Higgins made great runs inside. Opportunity still there. Shot comes in. And the shot has went over the bar, and
Good score under serious pressure there.
comfortable start to the second half. 2-9 now to 3 points, and
But Westmeath have started quickly here.
you'd expect Armagh just to build on that. Challenge comes in. The referee will call it back. We'll see replacement Catherine Marty come in there. It will be a free. Right, referee says no, it's just going to be, yeah, it is. I thought it was going to be, he was waiting there for a couple of minutes. I think he didn't make any decision then. It is a free. But it is an Armagh free. So the referee indicating where it's to be taken from, and it is taken quickly, and Coleman showed no ill effects of that first half knock to McCoy. Nice ball to the replacement there, Shauna Gray, who was to start, wearing number 2. To Marley. Over the top, the pass isn't well. It's intercepted and done well there by a Westmeath defence, equal to the challenge on this occasion. The ball squeaked out to Blundell down this near side, trying to get away from the marker. Runs into trouble, 2 around her. She manages to get the pass back. She done very well there. She got the ball back there to the number 18, O'Malley. The pass isn't a good one, and Mackin drives it, literally drives it down into the corner to Amy, inside to Kelly Mallon. Goal chance, shot! Turned away so well by Lauren McCormick, but look at the ball from Mallon, or from Blahin Mackin. What a superb ball.
Yes, look, she knows Amy so well. She knows where she's going to be. She doesn't even have to look, and it's such slick pass, you know, and then Kelly making a good run inside.
And she didn't look.
No,
she just got it and hit it.
Yeah, but she doesn't need to. Yeah.
Brilliant piece of play, and should have been rewarded perhaps was a goal, it has to be said, but it will be a 45. We've played almost 6 minutes of the second half, just a 1 point on the board in the second half, and an opportunity here.
Yeah, well, Blahin has plenty of options. She's back, options behind her.
There's so much movement, but that's a poor pass from her point of view, and there was so many options on.
Yeah, it is poor.
And the ball's turned over once again, and Armagh have to defend as Westmeath try to get a foothold back in this game. It was a long way back as Vicky Carr picks it up.
And then we slowed it down, and we're now going backwards, sideways.
Yeah, that's it. And Nolan drives it forward. An opportunity, perhaps, still a good chance. Shot! And it's in the net, courtesy of Anna Jones. She was the right place at the right time, and all of a sudden, well, it changes this game slightly. Still a long way to go, but it is a goal.
Yeah, look, I suppose at half-time, Westmeath needed to, you know, up their game and save some face here. So, I mean, you know, they still have a point to prove. They still have championship to prepare for as well. So
absolutely, and referee called it back. But the goal is on the board, 2-9 to 1-3. They'll be happy with that.
There's been a wee bit more drama, I think, in the first few minutes here.
Wee bit more. Both sides had goal chances, of course. Well, Armagh had 2 goal chances. McCormick made a great save, and all of a sudden...
It's not like Anna, you know, she's not having her best game today.
Westmeath with their tails up. Trying to get away from the marker. Still had possession of the ball. Nice ball over the top, an opportunity here for Blundell, and she pops it over the bar.
Yeah, Armagh just seemed to have went to sleep a little bit here. You know, I suppose half-time maybe they didn't need it. You know, they were getting their tails up and there's more intensity. I think they've just gone a wee bit quiet here.
Still very much in control, it has to be said, but still, warning signs. If any warning signs were needed, I know Shane McCormick down there was certainly signalling he wasn't happy with things. Free kick awarded.
Yeah, Aoife done well to catch that. It was a hard enough ball to take.
McCoy does well. The ball laid back. The number 5 there is Grace Ferguson.
Shauna Gray really should be turning into the ball.
Quiet afternoon for Grace Ferguson today. Normally she's involved in a lot more, but certainly she's a wee bit quieter today, but still doing a good job. As Armagh go on the offensive again. Mackin, nice ball out this to the centre, over the top from Coleman. O'Hagan drives it forward inside. Goal chance perhaps. Another opportunity from Amy Mackin. Shot that's well saved. Second bite of the cherry. Flashed across to the left-hand side. Back out it comes and it goes wide. But that was a superb save from Lauren McCormick.
Superb save indeed, yeah. She made up for the one in the first half. You know, good defense.
Two good saves she's made there in the opening 10 minutes of this second half. Opening 8 minutes of the second half. And I have to say, well, the kick out is a wayward one, but it has been kept in play. But it's only kept in play for Eva McCoy, and Mullins on her shoulder. She'll continue to run herself inside to Mackin. Tinks away from the marker. Ball over the top on the right-hand side.
Westmeath much better defensively here.
Yeah, they've got better organised
Yeah,
and very much assured. And that despite that they've given away a free though, but despite the fact that kick out wasn't a good one, they were able to recover, managed the situation pretty well. But I have to say, Lauren McCormick's save worthy of the admission. Not only did they two great saves in this encounter.
It was, yeah.
She was guilty of the one that she let in, but she's made amends.
Yeah, and to be fair, Kelly Mallon did the right thing playing the ball back out, but Eve Laver really should have put it over the bar. You know, you've got to be clinical as well.
Referee has given the free. Much the disappointment of some of the Armagh players, but he's indicating where it is to be taken from. Kelly Boyce Jordan receiving some treatment in between things. Play continues. Blundell, point scorer herself a few moments ago, playing very, very deep despite wearing 15. Then launches it long, trying to get a bit of movement. There's some more movement from Westmeath than there had been in the entire first half.
Yeah, they're really starting to penetrate the Armagh defence much better now.
It's promising this right-hand side. The ball across out to the right to Vicky Carr. Carr has still a lot of work to do. Her midfield partner, Ruan, is there. Lending a helping hand. Back it comes to Dylan. Goes to ground. Play continues. At the right-hand side. Carr puts it across. Keeper comes out and Dana Carr reads it well.
Yeah, wasteful of Westmeath. They really should have played it back out.
Vicky Carr to Anna Carr it was, actually. And there's going to be a change made there as well. Down below us. Seems to be ahead of the referee even making the change. It's going to be Niamh Marty coming in. It's been signalled already though. And there's going to be a sub on the Westmeath side as well. It's 21 about to come in there, Laura Kiernan. Shot comes in from the right-hand side, left-hand side, and it's popped over the bar, courtesy of Eve Lavery, making amends for that one.
Yeah.
She hit a few moments ago, but good finish.
Yeah, really good score. She had a lot of time on the ball, and she took her score well.
2-10 to 1-4, and those substitutions are going to be made at Niamh Nolan. It's been withdrawn from Westmeath's point of view. Kieran coming in and Niamh Marty coming in for Armagh. No signal just yet who is coming off.
Eve Lavery looks to be.
It looks to be right.
She gets through an awful lot of work, Eve, to be fair. But
she does, yeah. And, well, she was able to make amends for the one she missed, so she's been happy enough with that. It will be a kick out from Lauren McCormick away to her left-hand side.
Armagh well organised on this kick out.
Very little opportunities for McCormick to get that ball out to Ruan, but she did manage to get out to her, and
right tight.
Westmeath, the challenge comes in there on Niamh Marty. Marty just stood where she was, and the free kick awarded. It's that rule. Sometimes different referees read it differently, don't they?
It's very difficult for players, you know.
On your playing day, it wasn't an effect, was it, as such?
It was, but it was. If you had your 2 feet planted and someone went into you, it was touch and go. It's a referee's discretion, and I really think they need to clear it up because girls don't know what to be doing, whether to go for the challenge, not go for it.
And some referees have a different focus on it, don't they?
Yeah.
And the referees have an award here as well with Ashley
I think
Ruan.
he's going to sin better.
Yeah.
And I know it's something refs, they're taking a thing they're going to focus on every year. I think this is the focus.
And she's come off worse with it. She come off with an injury and she's come off with a yellow card as well. So
she'll definitely be feeling that after hitting that brick wall. I can tell you.
Well, I wasn't going to say that, but you could tell Niamh that if you want. But she's back up under her feet, but she's very, very disappointed down below us there. She makes her way into the stand here at the Box of Athletic Grounds. Very disappointed as Blahinmacken takes this one to McConville. Takes it all, return pass almost caught her out. She's continued to run Macken from distance, and that's a superb point from Blahinmacken.
Well, I did say her brother took a point last night that I called Blahin-esque, and that's where he learnt it from, because
Well,
that was a classic point by Blahinmacken.
What a footballing family they are, though.
Yeah.
Fairness, isn't it? Some amount of kit washing to be done in that house every week.
Poor Frida, yeah.
But it's the unseen mothers and people. Yeah,
Especially
that's it.
on this Mother's
Day. Yes, we haven't said it earlier.
Now, this is where this charging thing, because she did exactly the same thing on Catherine Marley that she did on Niamh Marley, but she's not being called for it. So this is where she led with the shoulder.
You have 2 bugbears. You have 3G pitches in this tackle.
Yeah.
But you're right. So something to be addressed going forward. And it's people like yourself, ex-players and players who are involved coaching now, are the people that should be keeping an eye on these things. There's no doubt about that.
When you're trying to coach your team, you see,
it's hard
you want to know what the rules are.
Yeah. So, bit of clarity required perhaps as the ball comes out this near side. No need for clarity for Blundell. She knew where she was going with that one, into the corner. What's it? Trying to get Anna Jones, the goal scorer, away. Jones has done well. She's worked tirelessly up and down this right-hand side all afternoon. Ball comes back out, squeezed back out to Vicky Carr. Vicky Carr in turn then gets it inside, and still an opportunity. Back out to Blundell from the right-hand side, and it's squeezed over the bar. Good score.
Great score, yeah, outside of the boot. And I mean, someone had to take the shot.
She's been very good this afternoon. She's worked tirelessly.
She has, and she is the reason why I think Grace Ferguson is so quiet as well, because she seems to be marshalling her at times.
Almost 15 minutes gone to 11 to 1-5. Ball out the far side again. Work to be done from an Armagh point of view as they try and work the ball out. Macken can't keep it in play though, and it will be a line ball on that far side for Westmeath, who at this stage, despite the fact they have 6 points, would feel that they've probably done enough to stay in Division 2.
Yeah, and they have showed at times where they can play quality football.
Championship to come, of course, for them as well. Plenty of football still to be played in terms of the Lidl National Football League as well. Ball coming down this centre from Dillon. Great run as well off the shoulder there from the substitute, O'Malley. O'Malley runs into trouble low. And Marley easily connects it and gets it away, but it's intercepted once again. The run is from Dillon, and he's fouled, and it will be a free in for Westmeath.
Yeah, it was a poor free from Niamh there. She'll be disappointed with that, to win the free and then to lose it.
The breeze at her back, of course, as well, are back off the Westmeath girls at this stage.
I think Westmeath needed to start to take their scores from further out, because Armagh are setting that defensive wall up, and they need to be confident that they have a bit of a breeze there and try and ping some from further out.
Going forward, this Armagh side look probably the most settled in Ulster at the minute.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
They've got players from the last couple of years. They've built on what they had, and they're looking very, very good. Looking ahead to the championship, are they contenders?
Oh, definitely, most definitely. I suppose when you're looking at other counties, Donegal, I'm not too sure about what's going on there, but there's definitely, no steady consistency of form there. Armagh, as you say, have built upon this for the last number of years, and it seems to be working.
And they seem to be a side that are coming very, very good. Other teams around them maybe just have had a plateau, perhaps. Opportunity for Macken, and she intelligently pops it over the bar.
Yeah, Aoife McCoy fisted that over, was a total right option.
McCoy, she has said, and good finish.
Yeah, but look, Paddy, you talk about that. There's years gone by where Armagh were those teams, the Monaghan's, the Cavans, and you just have to stick at it. You have to work with your youth, and hope that it's going to come again.
Certainly has come in spades over the last couple of years for the Ulster champions. But there's no doubt that promotion is very much the task in hand for this bunch of girls at the moment. The league final beckons for them. One more game to go in the league, but it's really on paper, I suppose you'd say. Shot, and that is the way to finish to the back of the net from Macken.
Yeah, great ball in from Catherine Marley to Kelly Mallon and Amy off her shoulder. It's such a signature move, you know what I mean? She has to dance around a few players, but it's clinical, and it's good to see Amy back in form again here.
3-12 to 1-6, and well, you could have said at half time 2-8 to 3 points. It was over the contest. It certainly is now, but a spirited battle from Westmeath, who have worked hard. They struggled against an informed side, unbeaten in the league, and scoring at times for fun. Now, they weren't good the last day, but they've still done enough to get over the line, and that's all you have to do, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And I suppose it's, you know, if you don't play so well and you still win.
But I suppose from their point of view, that today they are playing well.
Yeah, they are.
They are. And you just, there seemed to be a side that sniffed blood, and all of a sudden, way to go.
Yeah.
That's it, you know, just hit the afterburners and they're in there. And no change made yet. Waiting to see what the situation is there. The referee is indicating he wants the ball back for the kick out. Bit of confusion among everybody on the sideline there for a couple of minutes. So play will continue. Right, this near side, the kick out comes from McCormick, and has to be said, she made a couple of fine saves in this second half as well. So it could be an even bigger scoreline. Oh, it's easily collected there, and all of a sudden Kelly Mallon turns it away. She's an opportunity in the right hand side if she looks up, but she gets it back to Blahin Mackin. Mackin out that far side. Nice ball inside. And the run continues. Laid off by Marley nicely too on that far side, and the referee will give the free in. And it's all about just them getting them habits of holding on to the ball, carrying the ball into danger, into trouble. You know, getting away from that habit of carrying the ball into trouble and creating yourself an opportunity.
Yeah, you know, you're trying to recreate all the time things that are going to happen in a match, and you know, having the confidence to keep the ball under pressure, having the confidence to play it back out, knowing when to do those things.
There's no doubt there'll be tougher tasks ahead for Armagh in the championship, and certainly still to come against a very good Tipperary side. But they'll go into that full of confidence. Them last remaining 2 games.
They will, yeah.
Mackin drops it in, drops it over the bar. 3-13 to 1-6.
Yeah, look, winning ways breeds confidence, and you know, Armagh have a lot of that now, and Division 2 I know is a massive thing for them. They really want to get out of Division 2 and play First Division football, which will help them for the championship as well.
How long have they been in Division 2 now? It must be 5-6 years, is it? Maybe more?
The last.
Trying to figure that out now.
The last time we won it.
Pressure on you.
No, James Daly had us. He'd be killing me now because he'd be listening. I'm too old, I don't know.
That's it. I was thinking it's around that.
Yeah.
But it's not a place I wanted to be. I think that was the clarity, that was the clear thing from Roland Murphy's time on. Now Shane's obviously as well.
Yeah, because I do think it stopped them in the championship being clinical, you know.
Yeah, well, they're showing plenty of clinical edge here today, and they have done through this league campaign. Again, the shot comes over the far side, but the danger averted. 22 minutes on the clock here, and the young supporters are getting ready to go home already. They've seen enough, and I think a lot of people perhaps will have seen enough of this one. But if you're an Armagh supporter, you'll be absolutely delighted with the outcome of this one. They've worked hard, they've worked the ball through on several occasions. Could have had a couple more goals, but find it well
read by Niamh Coleman there.
Super play from Niamh Coleman, showing no ill effects from that early injury. The ball to McCoy, driving through the centre. McCoy trying to jink away from the marker, still continues to run. Ball into Mackin. Mackin's got support from Coleman, decides to go for the point herself. Very much on form this afternoon, that's for sure.
Yeah, she is. And I mean, when your team is performing like that, you can try things like that, you know, and that's much more Amy of old. So it's good to see her get the chance to try these things.
Playing a bit more confidence than she did certainly the last day. Kick out isn't a good one. The referee wants it back. Here's Morgan down. A substitution down below us. It's number 17. That is Mia Ferguson coming in. 3 substitutes coming in now. Mia Ferguson coming in.
Dervla Coleman.
Hendren and Coleman coming off there. Is it?
Dervla Coleman going on.
Coleman going on now.
Yeah.
Just looking to see.
Louise Kenny coming off.
Yeah. She's had a good debut year from that first day we seen her against Cavan. she's fairly settled into the role, hasn't
Yeah,
she?
she has settled in. But I mean, Louise would have played years ago with us for Armagh, so I mean, she's no stranger to the county jersey, and she's a good level head on her. So, you know, it's a good addition to the Armagh setup.
It's great to be able to bring a player of that quality back into the mix again, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That experience. Ball out the far side. Armagh one and everything now coming their way. Blahin Mackin. McCoy's made a good run down this near side into Marley. Marley McCoy out this near side. Nice pass into the corner for Mackin. Mackin back out again to Sister Blahin. Back inside again. And she will get a free for that, Marley, and absolutely correct decision from the referee. But she bought that one, and Shane McCormick about to draft in all the substitutes for this remaining 7 minutes or so.
Yeah, it's good to be able to do that, you know, and I mean, as you said, Paddy, earlier, you know, the subs that train hard deserve to get a bit of game time, especially in the athletic ground, your home pitch.
And obviously no Caroline O'Hanlon this afternoon either.
No, she was netballing. So
Yeah, so she's out of the mix.
Yeah.
And obviously Alex Clark injured.
yeah, when we wish Alex really well because
Yeah.
she's a great girl.
Absolutely. That's wide actually from maybe Mackin's free. What's the long-term prognosis of the injury? Or is there one?
Well, it'll take a wee bit of time, but
Yeah.
she'll get back. She's a very determined young girl, and she's
Yeah.
great help with Rory and Tierna and physio and Dermot there. So, I mean, she'll do everything she's told to do, and she's been there before, so she'll use that.
Absolutely. And we wish her well. I'm sure there are mass supporters and players wish her well as the ball is kicked out down the near side and go out for a line ball. You'd expect Westmeath to be run their subs now as well, wouldn't you?
Well, you would, yeah.
On a day like this here, because like you're going to get beat, but you may as well give the players a run out.
To be fair, Paddy, I don't see many subs.
I was
for
just looking. Do
Westmeath.
you know what? I'm only after realising that myself. I think there may be only 3 or 4 there actually.
Yeah.
If there is that. There's another one about to come in now, and that is Clark McManus. As Shauna Gray carries the ball on that far side into the middle. And look at the options that Louise or Laura McConville has. Look at the running down this near side. It's so effective. And the options are always there, and that's a great sign of a team that they can always create something, and they've always players on the run, players that want the ball. McCoy down this near side, still a bit of work to be done though, and the pass, well, goes wayward. The referee lets the play go on. He was about to give the free there, comes back to McCoy, but it just shows the hunger of this Armagh side this afternoon. Clodagh McCambridge lost that one, but they managed to win it back.
Yeah, it
She's
is.
a touch of the ball there.
It's fighting hunger, and I suppose, as you said before, you know, it's been able to control the ball, maybe when the chips are down or when things are hard and tough.
But having seen this Armagh side develop this year, I have to say I've been very impressed. Westmeath, there's a couple of fine players in that Westmeath side as well, and they will have their championship a rattle for sure. Ball inside, opportunity for another couple of scores in this one, and Armagh haven't taken their foot of the gas. High ball in. McCormick reads it, drops under her hands, and those 27 minutes gone. 3:14 to 1-6. The scoreboard reads, and very much a one-sided encounter. Oh, and a loose pass there, but well read and well won and held on to, and Westmeath going the offensive.
But that run by Blahin Mackin typifies, you know, Armagh are just not going easy here.
No, they're not. They're still working hard, and they want more scores. And I suppose the players coming in want to make a bit of a mark as well ahead of next weekend and a league final to come. On the attack now is Lucy Kerr dropping it in, and well, she hits that one wide. But it's good to see her. She recovered well from that knock in the first half.
Yeah, she has worked tirelessly there.
And sub-goalkeeper Brianna Mallers coming in there as well for Armagh, and I think it's a good way of rotating your players.
Oh, it's
the
great.
subs, and you know, but it's up to a manager to do that. A lot of managers don't seem to want to do that.
No, some managers also get caught up in the play, you know, and the wanting to push on, and you know, if these girls don't get game time when they're called upon on big days, you know, it's hard for them to perform. It's good to see Brianna Mathers there, you know, beaten with Queens and the O'Connor, but you know, she really deserves her place. She trains really, really hard, is a great keeper.
She's about to get a touch of the ball. Shane O'Neill's player has the ball in her hand now, and substitutions have been made. And the Kit's lines rolling down below us, and Mallory's about to get the play underway once again. Knocked on. McConville's on there like a tiger,
She's
one
so
in every wee
feisty,
ball.
yeah.
Unbelievable.
And that's her wee sister, so it'll be nice for them.
Taking the return pass, ball out this right-hand side, an opportunity from Shauna Gray.
So I think that's 3 sets of sisters on now at the minute. Marley's, Mackin's, Coleman's, 4, and McConville's.
There you are.
That's
very,
amazing.
very few counties can
Yeah,
say that.
yeah.
You know, there's obviously great football tradition in the families, but make it the boots on yourself again now, you maybe.
Armagh not that bad off. Look at Blackie Mackin making that run straight back there to defend.
Digging in, and good work there too from Kate Toohey.
End of match position.
Sometimes when teams are that far ahead, you know, the wheels can come off a wee bit of their game plan, and a lot of people just want to attack, but you can see that they're sticking to it. You know, they're working for each other, Armagh. They're getting back, they're doing the hard dogged work, and they're turning the ball over.
I have to laugh. It's still right to laugh. There was a sub now. She was called 3 times over there by the manager, and I don't think she's much interest in coming on. Put it like that. I think she was a wee bit sort of shrugged her shoulders. What do you want, like, at this stage, you know?
Yeah.
But she doesn't want to go on. She's shaking the head.
You know, and as you said, Paddy, you know, managers have to put girls on and give them a chance to prove themselves. You know, there's no point in coming on for a couple of minutes. You know,
not even a minute really.
No,
of normal time.
It's quite disrespectful too. Like, so.
Yeah.
I understand why she feels the way she feels.
Yeah, and she's making her point to the. She's making her point to the manager as well. She's not happy, and Westmeath have a bigger problem on the far side with a player injured. Player went down and that ball came across, and medic way over to Tenter there as well from the Order of Malta, who do such a fine job, of course, on so many big match days here in Armagh and at so many grounds across the country. If you were to pick a player of the match, Kiva, would you pick anybody jumps out at you?
I picked her before the last day, but I think Lauren McConville has been immense today.
She's been excellent.
She has been up and down that pitch all over the place. Hard work as well from Niamh Coleman. You know, the defence have done their job. Amy Mackin has been good as well. Tend to overlook her. Aoife McCoy's done an awful lot of work.
I suppose if you're an Amy Mackin, you're always sort of going to be touted as a potential of a player of the match, you know, and because you're scoring so much and because you do get so many awards. And there's no award for this one, it's just us deciding. But
Sarah Dillon as well, though, for Westmeath, worked hard. So did Lucy Parr, full back. She had a hard job to do. You know, there was good displays. Niamh Nolan as well. Ciara Blundell. But overall, Armagh's work rate.
It's been exceptional. And there's McConville again digging in there, still looking for the ball. Game over, 31 minutes almost played, and
she's still full of running and energy there.
Full of energy. Gets the ball away in this occasion. Well, she doesn't, but it's one back, and Armagh have possession of the ball through the centre. Nice piece of play. Coleman to Marley. McCoy's the run down this near side. Still hungry for scores. An opportunity, but the pass goes wayward as the scoreboard reads 3:14 to 1-6, and time almost up here at the Box Athletic Grounds. The ball won back by Coleman. Coleman gives it inside, an opportunity. Referee has the hand up, but the ball is taken and is popped over the bar from Maeve Lennon.
Yeah, good score by Maeve Lennon, but you know what? Niamh Coleman's reading of the ball today has been second to none, you know. Just knowing where the pass is going and popping in and taking it.
Fine display from Armagh overall, and okay, big game to come against Tipperary. Another big game, 2 big games to come against Tipperary, but they'll be well placed for it.
They will, yes. You know, you can see they're hungry. They've worked hard on game plans here. They play well, even under pressure. You know, they can dig it out.
And they've dug it out again. They're under pressure, and the ball's picked up by Hendren. Hendren to the point score a few moments ago, takes it back. Hendren again. From a tight angle, that goes wide, and the wide count has been minimal this afternoon, I'd have to say as well, which is promising from an Armagh point of view. every chance they've got. Basically, they've taken, I think it was 2 wides, I think, in this contest.
Yeah, but it's good to see the subs, you know, like Hendren and Lennon taking the shots, you know.
And obviously as well, the 2 good saves from McCormick as well. Done her best to keep her side in the game. But it wasn't her day, it wasn't Westmeath's day. They find themselves still 6th in the table. Ball out that far side.
It just seems to be orange jerseys everywhere.
There always seem to have an extra player, and they've been very, very impressive. The young players are going to make a dash onto the park now, which is great to see, because they very important for these young ladies to have role models, and there's plenty out there this afternoon. That's for sure. Ball back out again. McConville picks it up. Armagh want to finish with a bit of a flourish. Look at the amount of players they have over on this near side.
And they really keep the width.
It's unbelievable as Mackin gives it inside to Ferguson. To Mackin again out that far side. And always McConville's there mopping up the ball. So effective she has been this afternoon. So effective she's been throughout this league campaign. Still an opportunity for a late score at this stage. Deep into injury time. Mackin from distance. It's going to drop. Keeper comes out. Can she keep it out? She does get a touch onto it, and the defence deal with it, and credit to them. At a stage in the game, it would be easy enough to just say, oh, whatever, you know, but fair play.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm just thinking here, Paddy? I have to correct myself. There's 5 sets of sisters out there.
Oh-ho.
Yeah. I forgot about Grace and Mia Ferguson.
That's right. Oh, you'd be home for that one.
Yeah.
You're in trouble for that one. The referee blows the final whistle. Comprehensive, solid, effective, clinical, whatever you want to say. This is a good Armagh side.
Yeah,
fully deserving of the 3 points today.
Yeah, all those buzzwords, Paddy. Yeah, I mean, they're just building and building, and you know, league final is where they want to be, and that's the first job for this year. So they just keep working hard on this, and there's no telling where it could end up.
3:15 to Armagh, 1-6 to Westmeath. It's all over here at the Box Athletic Grounds. Thanks to our cameraman, thanks to the guys in the studio, thanks to you as well. Keep out, best luck in your semi-final next week. Play Leitrim, Fermanagh play Leitrim, of course, and as we speak, Armagh are set to take on Tipperary in their final league encounter of the year next weekend. But the sides will meet again in the league final as it stands. So a very good afternoon from the Box Athletic Grounds. Slán.
We were told the game was over before we'd even started. We were told our bodies weren't made for it. It wasn't our time to play. We played anyway. And together we played like there was no tomorrow. And they told us that was fine. You can play. You're good enough. And thought that was good enough for us. It wasn't. We are relentless. The game isn't over until we say it's over. Until we get everything we've given everything for. Until we level the playing field.
Lidl, proud supporters of ladies Gaelic football.